Greetings, Benjamin J. from Ben's Trains with another in the series. Well, this is a follow-up on that Spotlight car that I was working on yesterday. This is that flat car that I cut down, cut 1.5 inches out of it, and wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with it, but it was broken. So I just basically cut the crack out of it, epoxied the 2 ends together, made a short car. It's actually 6 inches now. Went through the parts box and pulled out this old Marx Spotlight. And using the magnet as a center rail contact, it works, as you can see. So I just got to finalize this, get it lined up and working, everything epoxied into position, and it should work just fine. Now the problem with using a plastic car for Spotlight is there's no ground. So you have to run a wire to a centered connector, and you have to run a wire to one of the axles. And so it's always problematic doing that. It's just a wire wrapped around a piece of steel, so you don't get a good connection. So I will very likely solder that, but it's going to be trial and error to get it to work correctly. So I will epoxy the Spotlight in position. I think this is actually going to look quite good. The point being, of course, is the fact that it works. It actually works quite well. And I've got a magnet on the bottom for the center rail contact. Right now it's just poking down through the plastic. It's not centered or even connected. It's just a piece of wire sticking down with a magnet on the end of it. But once you get this thing lined up and epoxied in position, this is going to work just fine, I think. The thing is, it didn't cost anything, and when it's finished, it's going to be a useful addition to the layout. You have a working Spotlight, whereas a few minutes ago I had a old cracked flat car and a Spotlight out of the parts box, and you can see that this is deformed from the years and years and years of light bulbs being in there. So very likely someone put a big automotive bulb in there. Not really sure. Like I said, it was just, this came in a box of parts. And I'll get this finalized and get everything epoxied into position. We can start running this. I'm sure it's going to work, no doubt. So it's just a matter of getting that magnet centered correctly, epoxied so it can't move. And then the most difficult part is getting the ground attached to the axles. But I should have this finished hopefully in the next hour or so. We'll see. But in the meantime, it's up and running. It does work, pulling power directly off the track. So, fun project. Now all I got to do is get it finished, up and running. And I'll do another video when it's actually finished on the rail and running. But so far, so good. It'll work, and it was a lot of fun to make it. The thing is, of course, it didn't cost anything. It was just literally junk. So I just want to do a follow-up video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. benstrains@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.